The Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov, is a superstar transcending the UFC sport and becoming more than just an elite fighter. Sporting an unblemished record of 29-0, this famous fighter has still kept his foot in the MMA world even though being officially retired. Recently, it was even reported that he rejected a $100 million offer to fight Floyd Mayweather. It's clear that Khabib wants to take a step back from being a professional fighter and reap all the rewards with his wife, new cars, and more. In this video, we'll go through Khabib Nurmagomedov's career highlights, his net worth, lifestyle, and more. Let us know what you think about his lifestyle throughout this video and if you would have taken that $100 million deal. Now let's get started. Number 1. Career highlights, ascension to fame. Before becoming regarded as one of the greatest fighters in the UFC octagon, Khabib started as a Sambo wrestler. He won gold in the 2009 and 2010 World Championships, but actually began MMA a year prior in 2008. The Eagle made a name for himself as being a dominant fighter that could easily control his opponents on the ground, but if you overcompensate, he'll punish fighters with his hard-hitting shots. He put the UFC world on notice in 2014 when he defeated top fighter Rafael dos Anjos, throwing his name into the hat for UFC gold. Here, he was matched up against elite fighters in the lightweight division such as Michael Johnson and Edson Barbosa, before getting a shot at the title. Khabib would then dominate over Al La Quinta to win the vacant UFC lightweight belt and defended it 3 times over the next couple of years. These defenses include wins over the notorious Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. UFC 229, Khabib vs McGregor generated 2.4 million pay-per-view buys and sits on top as the highest grossing event in UFC history. This shows the level of fame and exposure Khabib had, and along with his no BS demeanor, he's won over the hearts of many fans all over the world. Not to mention his 29-0 record, with many of his wins coming in dominant fashion over top fighters in his division. Oh, getting your face plastered over one of the most successful magazines of all time also has its perks. Here is Khabib listed in Russian's Forbes as being the most successful Russian athlete. After defending his title for the 3rd time, Khabib hung up his gloves and announced his retirement. This came after the death of his father and a promise he made to his mother. Here's his explanation in the octagon.
I talked with my father, my mother, 3 days. She don't wanna I go fight without father, but I promise her it's gonna be my last fight. And if I give my word, I have to follow this. It was my last fight here.
This goes to show the level of conviction Khabib Nurmagomedov has inside the ring and to those around him. There's nothing fake about this famed fighter at all, and that's what has made him so many fans. He is still working closely in training other fighters at his gym, taking over the role of his father and bringing up new, great talent into the MMA world. And now, instead of constantly training and fighting for the next fight, he gets to enjoy his luxurious lifestyle. Number 2. Net worth. It is estimated that Khabib's net worth is over $40 million. From his investments in Russia to his huge pay-per-view purses, this fighter has it all when it comes to his net worth. In addition, he's only in his early 30s and plans to continue promoting and building up other fighters. However, with most famed fighters, the latter end of their career is where they earn most of their money. In Khabib's case, he's earned over $230,000 in his fight against Edson Barbosa, and this was just the 2nd time he has earned over 6 figures in his fights. This then doubled to over $530,000 for this fight against Al La Quinta in 2018. He then made a huge leap for his fight against McGregor, where it was estimated that Khabib took over $6 million guaranteed. He then received over $1 million for his fights against Poirier and Gaethje as well. At the height of his career and seemingly unstoppable, Khabib decided to retire after earning a career high payout. Once again, this was out of respect for his family, and now he gets to spend more time with them and other famous celebrities you might know. Number 3. Famous lifestyle and family. With this level of fame comes a lifestyle that his successors can only dream of, and one that many fans of his believe he deserved. After sacrificing so much in the ring at a young age, it's great to see a fighter at the top of his game step aside to focus on himself and those that are important to him. Remember that the Eagle is only in his early 30s and probably could have defended his title several more times. Instead, Khabib knew it was time with the passing of his father to focus on other ventures. There's also pictures of this fighter with other top athletes and celebrities such as Cristiano Ronaldo and Leonardo DiCaprio. Here's a couple of other names you might have heard of: Will Smith, Virgil van Dijk, and the list just goes on. It's clear that Khabib is well known in the world of sports, even outside that of the MMA. Did you know that the Eagle loves to spend his money on cars? Not only is he sponsored by Toyota, but he has spent his 7-figure fight purse on BMWs, Ferraris, Mercedes, and more. He is definitely enjoying his fame and spending his money on the things that make him and others close to him happy. Khabib also has a focus on his family and taking care of them as his father had done for him. Khabib now lives out of San Jose, California as one of his primary residents, and he also trains at American Kickboxing Academy quite regularly. He also married his private wife, Fatima, in June 2013, and they have 3 children, 2 sons and 1 daughter. There's several pictures of Khabib with a beautiful young lady who isn't his wife, but the TV presenter Olga Buzova. With so many eyes on him at all times, Khabib has shielded his wife and kids from the public spotlight. In his Instagram with over 25 million followers, there is not a picture of him with his wife or kids. It goes to show that even with all this fame, the Eagle wants his family to live a normal life. Number 4. What is next for Khabib? Even without having to train daily and getting ready for fights, Khabib has kept himself busy throughout his post-retirement. He's purchased a Russian MMA promotion for around $1 million and renamed it, you got it, Eagle Fighting Championship. With his excellent relationship with Dana White, it could be a potential partnership to bring up new and upcoming fighters from Russia into the UFC, similar to that of the Cage Warrior promotion that covers much of Europe. So, what are your thoughts on his $40 million estimated net worth? What would you do with that type of money? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Shut your mouth, Ali Abdelaziz, my
Ali,
terrorist
get,
snitch.
Ali,
I know
get
a
out
lot
of here.
about you as well, you mad rat. I know a lot about you as well. You keep your mouth shut, kid. Let me take my picture. How's Noah? How's Noah, huh? Yeah, shut your mouth. Never speak about me, ever in your life. Watch yourself around me, because you be out here quick.
Go ahead.
Here, hold on, let me get my pose and my belt and my suit. Oh, this is my black suit.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Seriously.
Fool! Don't come at that kid! Don't ever come at that kid! That'd be a dildo.